Good morning, it's the 7th of November. Yesterday my video got cut off because if I pause it, which I did, I always forget to unpause it and I lost half the video. Very frustrating. So there were some other things on there which I'm going to do again now. And I've added a couple more. I'll try and make it brief. So welcome, by the way, if you're new. Now, yesterday I spoke about boom, boom, booming on the Q post, and there's been a few sort of people trying to work out what those things mean. What's going around is people saying Trade Centre, Wall Street. Somebody here said to me on the comments, oh, the budget will finish the Bank of England, that kind of thing. And maybe it's monetary. I don't know which one, but maybe it's monetary of all of them. See if I can get, is it monetary? That's from our guesses, really. Oh, I've got yes. Oh, I'm not going to, well, I don't know if I should do that because there's so many. I'm just going to pick the first one. Hang on, I better not because I won't know. First one. Oh. Okay. I feel like it will affect the world because it will affect a position of safety. Have a yes. I don't have money cards there though. Maybe we should wait and see what it is. Just pick one of these and one of these just for the direction. Information I had. Oh yes, I also thought it could be a direct message, an announcement or an order, a direct message or something like that with the cards that I had. It was about information. The boom, boom, boom is going to be information. Oh, maybe, look, it's a good thing in the long run, perhaps, I hope. But maybe it's to create a new beginning, who knows, meditate. So listen to music. Reconnect with your inner spirit. Is it to reconnect? Is it financially we reconnect? Might not even be financial. It's just people guessing. I guess we're going to find out. Maybe we're not meant to know. There you go. Okay. It'd be very interesting to see. Before I go on to fireworks, I just wanted to mention something. I was speaking about, basically, I found out that where I live, there's a lake, a public park, huge park, and apparently I found out, my plumber told me that, no, his electrician, sorry, that they do a watch and they go around these lakes at night because apparently people going in there and fishing the fish, big fish, out of it and eating them. So they all go around and watch. They keep an eye on what's going on in the parks. And not only that, around those areas, if they can't take the fish and eat the fish, they are catapulting the wildlife. And I have been told that firsthand by the community police because I was asking about the person going around hurting the cats. So yeah, this will all be dealt with. They will be dealt with, or this will stop and they will be dealt with in the future. Because I had the Queen of Swords, so I'm not going to do a reading on it because I did it yesterday, and not everyone will be interested in that. But you know, in terms of harmony, how can you get away with that kind of nonsense? How can you hurt innocent animals like that? And they should be dealt with, and the Queen of Swords will deal with them. So that's a good thing. They will be held to account. So after that, then I was looking at fireworks and I was wondering, will we always celebrate the 5th of November, if you know the history? And also, most people are saying they don't like it anymore because it's cruel for the pets, it's cruel for the wildlife. And it doesn't, I saw the top comment, everyone was saying it's cruel. That was everyone, the overall feeling. Now, Cruel for pets. Okay. And most people are saying what I think as well. It goes on for months and months, and it's relentless. It should be only 2 times, or like one weekend, the next weekend, one day on the actual day, done. One day for New Year's Eve, and it's not. But what I think might happen actually is because I stumbled across a video yesterday and I just looked at it on YouTube, and it was absolutely chaos in Birmingham. Fireworks going off everywhere, throwing them at the police. It was like explosions. It was unbelievable, and you can see that. I will add it to the end. So, will they start restricting fireworks? Right, so I'm going to look at that. Let's look at fireworks. Oh, hello, Willow. You always come at the most perfect time. Yes, you want to say hello? Say, good morning. No, you've got to look at the camera. Look up, morning. Right, now you need to move actually now, please. Because I can't press pause and you're in my way. Thank you. Okay. Fireworks. Will they lose the day? Let's look at that date. Fireworks. 5th of November. Oh, look! That's like death to a king. And look, that's fire sign. They wanted to... That's what it was about. Okay. However, that actually could also be saying that it's too much drama and it's not for the good. Okay? It's creating a lot of trouble, could be. Fireworks, will they lose that date on the calendar one day, maybe in the next couple of years? Will we always celebrate that day? Figuring it out. And it also may be that people figure things out. And so that changes everything. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. Ooh, so okay, so this feels like this is what actually happened. Fireworks, bonfire night. That was like explosions. So, and then there were repercussions, or the world. It kind of feels like today the world didn't feel, it wasn't maybe the direction they wanted, or they didn't. This is about safety, or contemplating how the world was or how the world is, and wanting to take matters and sort of. This is the law card, so dealing with the law, okay? And then fireworks, explosions. Okay, so that's where we're at. This is why we celebrate it. We obviously celebrate it for as it is. Now, King of Cups. I see. I don't know. This is about, I wonder in the future, this is about detaching from learning the truth and detaching. And maybe eventually we'll see that the world is very different, and, this is like activating, and it could be that we have a new beginning and this changes everything, okay? It could be that this changes sort of justice changes, the world changes as well. And maybe it's all communicated, it's kind of up in the air, okay? It's kind of up in the air at the moment. But I do think this is kind of saying when the truth comes out about everything in our world, maybe then it's up for debate. It's up to be decided, to be determined. Could be whether we want it or not. So not at the moment. I also think, on a side note, this is kind of answered my second question about Birmingham, restrictions, cruel to pets. This could also be as well that it's very stressful, the amount of fireworks. This is fire. There's so many. And it could be as well that it's getting a bit out of hand. So with regards to, will they put restrictions on fireworks in the next year? Yes, definitely. Definitely. And that's one restriction I think we should have. People might be disappointed, but it is what it is. Okay? This is about your pets as well. The truth is as well, it could be harmful to your pets. And they think it's the right thing to do. It's a renewal. That will happen. I really do feel that will happen. Yeah. It's too much. It's gone on for too long. It's just too intense. And it's extremely difficult. So that's a yes. I do think there will be restrictions to fireworks. Will there be restrictions to how often we can do it because of the pets and the wildlife? It's like that's activating and that will be communicated. So maybe that's still up in the air for us to be determined in a way. You look at those poor pets. This is awful. Look at those pets. Look how petrified they are. That's a card of sort of worry. The moon. They feel really unsafe. It's very scary for them. These are two major arcana cards. I hope I'm recording. Yes, I am. Okay. And also I think it gives them a terrible reaction. It's a horrible reaction for them. They just don't feel safe. I think that's awful. Just seeing it like that is awful. Will fireworks be limited to a couple of days a year in the next year or two? Soon, really. Will fireworks be limited? I'm not getting a card. I got one. Fireworks be limited. Move. Move. So change of direction. Goals. It's time for you to take your goals off the back burner. So maybe back burner fireworks. Maybe this will all surface. This is all going to come to the surface. And maybe that's what that card is saying. Heartbreak. Okay, it's causing a lot of heartbreak and sorrow. It's struggle. People or animals or whatever are struggling. They struggle. Yeah, another kind of very fearful card. Feelings. So I think a lot of people don't want it. And maybe that card is saying people want to sidestep it now. Or scale it right back. Okay. Will fireworks be only allowed to be celebrated once or twice a year in hopefully the next year or so? Devotion. Be true and pure in thought and deed. Right, what's next? Let's get a move on. Fireworks, done all that. Okay, dry cat food. I'm not going to do it. I would pull one card actually. The reason why I'm keep bringing this up, I've done it on my pet video. You can go and look at those 2 videos. I've done 2 on pets. My cat still has not been sick and she's a long-haired cat. Not a single hairball, nothing. For 2 months now, if not more. Could be 2.5 months. Stop feeding it completely. Jackson Galaxy says the same. Any wet's better than dry. I'm not sure about Felix's because it looks. There's 17,000 people who say their cats have been poorly from that food or not felt very well. Anyway, and every time I go to the vet, they tell me, oh, but it's so good for their teeth. but the dry food is so drying that they can't push, the hair won't push down the esophagus and down into the gut and out the other end. So even though my cat's long-haired cat now, with the wet food, she must be just passing it out, because I haven't seen, she hasn't vomited once. Not once, not one hairball for two and a bit months. And then apparently that it's good for their teeth. Well, apparently I looked into it, and like bones is good for their teeth if they're eating outdoors, or that kind of thing. I just want to know, like, and I always follow Jackson Galaxy. Any wet is better than dry. I want to know. I know the veterinary industry is going to change 100% with the world. It will completely change. But are we being told things about dry food that, well, maybe, do you know what? I'm just going to see what I get rather than say it. Okay, could be naive. Okay, so this is a conflicted card. That pushback or bit of push and pull here. It feels like they say one thing, you find out another, and blah blah blah, and it's sort of a bit like that. This is a sort of setback card. This is knowledge. This could be what's best, innocence, naive. Okay, is dry food bad on the whole for our pets? Interesting. Oh no, I do not have good cards. And it may be that they're just completely ignoring what you say. So when you come back and say, well, hang on a minute. Now, before I, worry you, I do give one of my cats a bit of dry food still, but very small amount. I didn't mean this video to be all about pets, because I've got these cards, I just want to explain them. Basically, I only give 5 grams to one of them because she's relentless at waking me up. This cat doesn't get any dry food, and the other one hardly gets any anymore. I've only got a small packet left. And I switch them all onto wet food. Now, don't worry, if you can't afford it, don't worry, just make sure they're drinking water. I also give them prawns, they're very lucky, to supplement it, so they get water from the prawns as well. Water from their food. I have weight. It actually says don't be tempted to rush, so don't panic, but I'm just telling you my experiences, okay? Now, I can't pause the video, so I've got to kind of do this quickly. Okay, the moon could be the unknown journey, so it could be like it's a bit of a mystery, and it's interesting because High Priestess can also be about a mystery. Here's some things hidden, it's cloaked, secretive, and it could be that just use your intuition. I actually think watch your animal. That's the way you'll know. Anyway, I didn't want this video to be all about pets, so I need to get a move on. This could be really difficult. Doesn't it hype them up because it's lots of carbohydrates? This is a mental card. So this could be like, sometimes when you feel really burnt out mentally and you can't think straight and you're done. That could be that. It could also be saying, it may just be really hard for them. However, I think more likely it's probably saying that you're not getting that information. That information seems to be hidden. It feels cloaked, right? What do we need to know about dry food for our pets? Security. Choose the safe harbour for now. Now, I could get in trouble putting this video out, and I'm scaremongering everybody, and but I would just look. This is a card of mull it over. I would just do what you need to do for now. I genuinely think probably within the next year, I hope, the veterinary industry and the food will completely change. So I don't think, even if it's like, on dry food, I don't think it's going to be forever. We are stuck. We have limited choices of what we can do. Anyway, I must move on because, I don't want everyone to, hasn't got a pet, have to listen to this. But actually, I'm going to pull one of these. I didn't think, but actually, I want to leave it on a positive. What do we need to know about dry food for now for our pets? Passion. For now, harmony. Okay, could be saying, look, this is coming, don't worry about it. Speak in a loving way, balance and harmony. See both sides of an issue. Isn't that nice? So, at the end of the day, I wouldn't stress, because you're going to put stress on your pet. It is what it is for now. And we're all having to live with things as they are and make the best choices we can in the bad circumstances we've been given. But it will change in the future. Moving on quickly, my friend said to me in Wales, there's quantum vans and they've been doing, she thinks perhaps they might be laying pipes for quantum system. But when I looked into it, this company, it was just basically they do road maintenance. And that it's just flipped out. So I don't think this company necessarily is quantum. I think it just could be a coincidence. It could be, but I can't say for sure. But more likely this is coming out. Quantum financial system will be revealed. And they're nearly at the goalpost, okay? And I have a yes on the bottom. This is an energy system. That's fire. This is an energy system, quantum financial system, and they're still trying to figure it out, or they're figuring it out behind the scenes, something like that. Okay, moving on, because I wasted a lot of time talking about cat food. Okay, finally, okay. So this is a good thing though. John Lewis have done a new advert for Christmas, okay? We always have these Christmas campaigns over here in the UK because we have such rubbish weather. Everyone just focuses on adverts and sit in front of the TV. But anyway, and apparently it's been praised for being not woke and just about the normal message of sending a nice gift, something sentimental. And so John Lewis, they're a British company, and they've used a British artist. The song is by Alison Limerick, and I love this song, and it's early 90s music, so it's my kind of era, 80s, 90s. Best era ever. Anyways, listening to this advert, and then I put on her song, and I felt lighter. I really felt lighter. I felt like, watch the advert and you'll just feel lighter. And as I was thinking to myself, I feel lighter, the next video came on after this advert, and I kid you not, it was headed up on YouTube called Closer to God. It was nothing like the advert I just watched. Normally you get something that's similar to what you just watched. And I thought, yeah, that has got to be a message, isn't it? Closer to God. Quite wonderful. And I felt like, yeah, they've been told to conform or go. Everything, right? Long time ago for the supermarkets on my old channel, I remember getting Hermit and Justice. And I remember saying they may go quiet because the Hermit can be isolation. But it's also about knowledge. I think what's happened is the supermarkets, all of these things are being told either you conform or you go. That's what I think is happening. On the other note, Boots have now done one with 80s music. Argos, my friend, said they've done a really nice one as well, which is a complete contrast to 2021 when Tesco's and the shareholders did a Christmas message about, in 2021, blackouts, shops closed, quarantine, Santa, scanning. Oh yeah, they showed you what was coming. So this has been quite a change now. So you know this is changing now. It's they've been told to change. Somebody said to me today, is this about the white hats showing us the adverts? Are they showing us to wake us up with all the woke stuff? Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to ask, these TV adverts, they feel much more positive. Have they been told, have companies now been told to conform or you're out? Have they had a little visit from the White Hats or President Trump? That's about taking action. Ooh, he looks like a soldier, doesn't he? That could be edging on the side of caution. Wow. So they were woke. This is about being woke. They were woke. Okay? Because this is about diversity, this card apparently. They were woke. Okay. This may have been a past plan. Okay. And I think that they've been told in a kind way to, you've got to pull this back. Pull this back. So they pulled it back because there has to be a change. And there has been a change. Wheel of Fortune. It's changed. So they've stopped the woke stuff. Pull back the woke stuff. What was the question? Have they been paid? They're all told to stop. It kind of looks like it. I mean, I don't know who did it, technically, with that card, but this is breathing new life into a situation. So it's a new thing. It's a positive energy, a new positive situation. It could even be, yes, told the direction to go in. This is a positive change. Okay, it's all been revealed. And it actually feels like they're moving on from the past. Okay, and which was quite a depressing kind of, she can be depressed. So a depressing situation. Oh my goodness, yeah, it was a big decision. It wasn't just a, can you change this? It was huge. It could have been sudden, and it was like, boom, the tower. It was like huge revelation, huge shock. The system crumbled, could even be at the top, and could be, I kept getting people leaving all the time. And then now could be a new partnership or a new decision. You make that decision, and the whole thing has just crumbled. It's fallen apart. It's like, now, like I said, I don't know who was actually behind this. This is what the system we were looking up to, and the system of control. Yeah, it feels like it's switched. The control has switched. Abandonment. Yeah, there may be still a few that are still hanging on in there, which brings me on to my next one. So that's really good news. It's like you can see now things have changed. Isn't that lovely? And it does feel lighter. Feels like we're more free. I wonder if this is why I keep getting nature all the time. I keep getting this card, don't I? Walk in the park, explore the woods, take up gardening, balance, harmony, and a feeling of wholeness. Speeds up recovery. Wow. That's amazing. Amazing. Oh my goodness, look what I've got now. Yeah, it does feel like just, you know, we're not so controlled, and that feels better. However, the last one is about the BBC, because apparently the BBC upheld their complaint against the newsreader. I don't know if you heard that story, who she basically said, instead of, she was meant to say pregnant people, and she said she changed it to pregnant women. And they've upheld their complaint against her. I seem to think, I did a video on this a while back, that Trump defunded or didn't give them money, has cut funding to the BBC. So I guess, is it that the... is it that the BBC, you know, is it like showing what we want, what we don't want? This is being direct and firm. So being told what's what. Yep. Go big or go home. So let's see what happens with that. Repercussions, perhaps. We'll see. It's like, I really do feel like now it's like you conform or you're out. And that's that. Let me see what I get for that. I keep getting this card. Health and healing. Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what we're meant to know. You conform or you go. Endurance, hold on, you can do this. Yeah, who's in it for the long haul? Okay, and then, someone said in the comments, is this the white hats with the adverts showing us? They've been trying to show us with everything. I'm not so sure it's the white hats. I just feel it was the woke policies and controlling us. But I'll pull one card or a couple and see what I get. You might be onto something. You might be. Let's see. This could be just wanting to confuse us. Confusing. However, I don't have a yes. What was the question? Was it the white hats, or was it just them wanting to confuse us with everything? Just mix it all up. So, this could be mixing up the truth. Choosing the direction they want you to go into. Choosing the way you think. Because this is a communication kind of card. Choosing the direction. The direction, I feel like they swerved into the direction they wanted you to go. That could be more now. Now they've been, I think they were doing this anyway. But I think now they've been told, okay, now this got to be woke, this card. Now we're not going in that direction anymore. This is about being authentic, you see. So now you just got to be authentic and just let people be. Leave people alone. Let people be people. Give people a break. I think it's like stop controlling people. That's come out. Oh my goodness, that flew out. That's a controlling card. Stop controlling people. And that one flew out. Yeah, because this is about spirituality as well. And this is about being unique. We're all unique. Okay? And we're all different. And that's just the way it is. But they don't need to tell us what's what. Okay, yeah. What was I saying? So, I can't remember what I was saying. I get so passionate, I can't remember half what I'm saying. But this is about, we're looking up to them. They're controlling what we do. They're controlling everything we see. And I feel like this is an agreement to do things differently now. Okay, they've got to be authentic. Just let us be spiritual people in a way. Let us do what we need to do. This is about honesty, being different, being bold, be your authentic self, and just, we don't need to be controlled anymore and directed. Right, okay. This is for the good. This is for the good. Okay? And it could be even like business for the good. Interesting. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is so the BBC, I don't know. The BBC are heading for Judgment Day and Justice, so repercussions from what's going on. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, my feeling is if the licence payer stop paying the licence, there could be repercussions, big repercussions there. And that card is just flown out. It says breathe. Calm, rest, stop, and just be. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Last one. This isn't very relevant to many people. Well, it might be actually. You've all got washing machines. But it was really relevant to me because I like to call out what I see. And I like to call out the truth and see through the mist what's really going on, because we've been living in a very difficult and controlled way. Nothing has been for our benefit. If they tell you it's good, it's the opposite. Now, I just want to do this because I want to know what comes out. Okay, this is how bad I think the control is. How bad it's gone. I don't know if this happens to you. I'd love to know what you think. Okay, so basically I'm going to call it out. I had a Hot Point washing machine years ago. Okay, every time if I maybe put too many clothes in it, not really tight, but too many, I started to notice holes in my clothes, and I remember complaining, and they said, no, we don't see any issue. 10 years later, whenever it failed, I got another washing machine, same brand, because there's not many brands, they're all owned by the same companies. And I've had it, I think, a year and a half, and it's doing the same thing now. All my clothes are getting nicked and holes in them. And I will tell you, this is factual according to an engineer. I had an engineer once, and he said to me, they're making them only last 5 or so years now, and you've got to buy a new one. So long gone are the days where your machine would last you 20 years or 15 years. It's designed, I believe, to break down, and you have to buy a new one. So you're constantly spending money. You're constantly broke. And another thing I've noticed, what they do now, it's really bad, is you put your clothes in, and it's done according to weight now. So when I did a mixed wash with normal clothes and then one or two jumpers or a hoodie, the balance is offset because the hoodie's heavier, and then they all come out sopping wet, and you spin it again, nothing happens. Same thing. I phoned them up. It's to do with weight. It's about balancing it. So now you have to either spend more money to do more washes, put them in different categories because they're heavy, and it won't work. It's horrific. And at the end of the day, I just can't help feel, it's not horrific, it's a bit extreme, but I can't help but feel this has been designed for your detriment, for you to I don't know, it just feels like mean. Who makes machines like this? So I want to know I don't know if they're deliberately making them so they nick your clothes, but I do think they're deliberately made to not last, and it just doesn't feel like they've made them for anyone's benefit, but just to be mean. I just call it out, sorry. So I want to know, and I want to ask, have they made washing machines last a very small amount of time intentionally to get you to buy more? Are they designed badly now to, I don't know, make you use them more? That goes against their energy policy though, doesn't it? But, or are they designed to put holes in your clothes? Have they been designed to just basically cause problems? Or, I've got a yes. That's me crying. Oh, look, the water. No, when it won't spin the water. That's me crying because I have to put it on for another 10 times. Oh, it's in the situation line. How interesting, because that's about manipulation. And also power and greed. So maybe they don't last as long because, he's on the way out. Because quality, perhaps, and you have to buy another one. Moving. Oh, look. I'll keep going. Oh, look. Lo and behold, you have to spend more money. Because that's about being in poverty and hardship. And look, he's got holes in his clothes. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Well, is that snow? Oh, no, he does. Look, holes in his clothes. Oh, my goodness me. Because that's a disadvantage card as well. No. And they're wearing their clothes. Look, I know everyone's wearing clothes, but look, they're like rags now. That's what my clothes look like. It makes me fuming. Don't wash anything nice. Oh, my goodness. It could even be that they took action when it was like they were done so quickly or without much work that, they just didn't put the time into the machine, the quality into the machine. Maybe that's also what he's saying. The quality's not there. This could literally mean that we are feeling like fed up and unhappy. Okay, and this could be like literally feel like something's not right. However, I'm also wondering if this is going to change in the future, that maybe they step away and reconsider things, or going away to rethink about something. Something didn't work out, but they'd have to be told, because no one's going to just do it. See, this could be hidden information, or information that needs to be reflected upon. It could even be saying like, be confident that maybe they'll come back better like they used to be. I don't know why. I don't know if this will ever happen, but I just thought the word recall. Would they all be recalled in the end and changed and made stronger, go away and make something better in the future? This could, it's not like it's going to be on President Trump's agenda, is it? Let's change the washing machines. I'm wondering if it's a way for you to continuously have to keep spending money, because that person was trying to hold on to money because they're like, even like hoarding. So maybe, maybe they're trying to hold on to your money. It could be you're not feeling it, then you've got to go and buy another one. Oh, right, there you go. Who wins? We live in a very strange society, I have to say. Abundance. Great news is heading your way. What was it? President Trump's really on about the light bulbs. Yeah, so maybe he's noticed his clothes have got holes in them as well. You never know. He's really on about the light bulbs. He sees it for what it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my reading, and should keep you amused for the next couple of weeks until something else happens. Have a great weekend. Bye now.